Okay, you don't know this, but I actually just recorded a full-on video, and I was actually pretty happy with it. But then I realized I hadn't hit the record button. This is actually my first vlog I've ever done. Strictly speaking, this is actually my second vlog I've actually done. But no one will ever see the first, including me, because I didn't hit the record button. So, that to one side. Let's talk about why I'm doing this. So, on March 3/3, we are going to launch our Torn Armor Kickstarter. I'm going to tell you about what Torn Armor is, and I'm going to do that in a different video. But what I want to actually do is every day, every other day, thereabouts, I'm going to do a little video blog, because apparently that's what the cool kids do. I think you call it vlogging. I'm not a natural at this, but I thought it would be a really neat idea to, as Ross Isaacs would say, pull back the curtain a little bit, warts and all, and talk to you about how the game production is going. What challenges did we have that day? What challenges have we overcome? Have we crossed any major milestones? What's coming up next? And hopefully share a little bit of excitement with you, because honestly, things are really beginning to take place here. Things are really beginning to happen. So with that said, let's just talk about what I did today, okay? It's kind of boring in the sense that it was math. I did math. But the origin of that is that I actually got a quote in yesterday from a production company I'm really excited to be using. I actually didn't contact them at first about printing the books and like making the boxes and making the minis, because they are so good. Their stuff is so professional that I honestly thought that they would just laugh at me. But they didn't. They've actually been really, really keen to work with us. As far as I'm concerned, they package up the best boxed sets I've ever seen. Their miniatures are just stunning, and I'm really excited that we might get an opportunity to work with these guys. So they gave me a quote yesterday, which has enabled me to figure out what we need to make this Kickstarter happen. What do we need to be able to put my box game in your hands and have you pulverizing your friends mercilessly with your Sisk War Golem? So Jack and I sat down. We crunched the numbers on the Kickstarter. We crunched the numbers on the pledge levels, and that was a whole lot of fun. And I've started actually putting them all into our Kickstarter here, because I actually want to submit it for approval by the end of this week. Obviously, everything's going to be fluid. I've got to float this past all of the team members that we have over here, invite some feedback. But just to give you an idea, okay, you can get the boxed game for $75, and that's going to be below manufacturer's suggested retail price by a good bit. Pledge levels below that, by the way, are not going to be ignored. I mean, I'm talking about you pledge $5. Thank you. Name in the book, because you did back us. You'll also get all of the maps of Torn. I mean, it's going to add up to like 32 coloured pages in a PDF or something like that. And I think that's really good value, right? $25 mark, we have coloured lithographs of all of the incredible artwork that we've got. And you'll get the previous pledge level too. So, I mean, there's good stuff even going on at the lower levels. Everyone will have something to get out of this. The $100 mark, that's just $25 above the core set. We're going to have an exclusive miniature and unit card that will only be available through the Kickstarter. It will be a neutral mini. That's going to be a mercenary unit. Either side will be able to use it. And we're going to make sure that it's something incredibly sexy. I'll share the artwork with you on that when we've actually got it. After that, $150 mark. That's the mark right there. Why? Because you're going to get every stretch goal we hit as well. You'll get the box game, you'll get the exclusive mini, and every stretch goal. I'm talking about like a stretch, just one stretch goal, like 10k plus mark, will have like 10 extra minis in there. A bunch of spell cards and a bunch of equipment cards. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. We could hit something like 10, 20 stretch goals. You could be talking about 100, 200 extra miniatures, something crazy, right? Bunch of spell cards, bunch of equipment cards. $150 mark will get them all. I mean, it's outstanding. It really is. So, watch out for that. I feel really good about everything. Numbers, of course, may change, but it's looking really good right now. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff after that that I look forward to sharing with you, and I'll talk about that another day. Tomorrow, I'll probably tell you a little bit about the conversation I had with Gwen, our community liaison and PR person, because she and I came up with some great ideas I can't wait to share with you. And we'll talk a little bit about what is Torn Armor, what is the Torn World, who the hell are the Sisk anyway, and why are they beating up at the Mancheans? So all of this and more tomorrow. Thank you. Hope this wasn't too excruciating.